okay, so let me look. I'm looking through these or whatever. Let's actually, I know you specialize in grants,
Mhm.
but how would, so okay, so let's say I applied for a grant, okay? And it took me 90 days to get the a grant. I don't know that I'm going to get the grant, right?
Mhm.
But in the meantime, month two, I'm like, I can't wait anymore. I need money or whatever. And then I go for like business funding or something.
Yeah.
When that 30 days passes, so it's at day 90 and I'm given the grant. I've already applied for the business funding and started applying, you know, or using the business funding towards my business. Do I still have to use the grant for the way that it was intended if I already have the business funding?
100%.
Or okay, so because I'm like, if you get the funding after you apply for the grant, because you don't really know if you're going to get the grant,
Yeah.
can you use the grant to then pay back the business loan or whatever, and then just say, and I don't know if you even have the answer to this, but I'm thinking in terms of something that could be situational, because some people are, like you said, people are impatient. So if we don't know that we're going to get a grant in 6 months and we need business funding now, we need our business to be funded now. If I get the funding and then the grant comes later, can I use the grant? You know what I'm saying? The
Yep.
money is still going to be used the way that I intended for it to be used, but it's a grant. I mean, a loan versus the grant that later came, down the line.
I will say this. You guys have the most unique questions. You guys are definitely making me think today, bro. Yeah,
I
man.
mean, I think about stuff like this or whatever because I'm like, we live in a microwave society. You know
Very
what
much.
I mean? So people want stuff the moment that they think they should have it, it should be there already for them to just pick at it. You know what I mean? And grant writing is complex. You know, he said, "What? I
Yeah.
can't let myself back in."
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, KP. KP done locked himself out, man. It's crazy.
Dude, that is, man. Oh my god, you guys! I apologize. KP sent a private message. He can't get back into the. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
So I guess we're just gonna freestyle the rest of the podcast without him, unless he figures out a way to get back in. I don't know, KP. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like, watch from Facebook.
Yeah. Exactly.
um,
No, to answer your question, he said, "I'm as Jazz do it." Was to answer your question, when it in regards to, like I said, we do live in a microwave society, and that's why business. I typically sell more business loans than grants because which is why I do business loans instead of grants. At least on a one-on-one basis, just to the fact that grants takes patience. It is a
mhm,
take patience, but I will say this: that you will get a notification. They will email you and let you know that your application has been accepted. So it's not like you're waiting um 6 months for an answer.
okay,
They'll let you know, if you've been accepted or not, and blah blah blah. So if you decide to get a loan, still get a loan, and I don't know what to tell you. Because but now I do now that is an interesting question because again, I've never actually thought of that scenario of someone getting a loan in between the grant approval and then possibly using the grant to pay off the loan. I'm not sure that actually, I mean, it sounds legitimate, because at the end of the day, as long as what you use the loan for is what you're going to use the grant for, then technically speaking, you could use the grant money to pay off the loan because I haven't come across that scenario,
okay,
But for the most part, if you say I'm just gonna keep it very simple. If you say 30K for marketing, and you have receipts to say 30K for marketing, then what's called you can show that to the funders or whatnot, then you should be okay. Whether you got a loan for 30K and you spent it on marketing and then you use the grant to pay off the loan, it's got because whatever you still have the receipt that 30K was spent where you said it was going to be spent. And that's the main concern is that you're not, turning up with these grants and living, the vida loca, off of government money.
right. So, okay. Well, that makes sense. So basically, I'm just over complex because, like, I thought the reason why I personally took like a grant writing class was because I thought that it was way more complex than it is. And I hate when people tell me, oh, it's so easy. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not that easy. And it is that easy, when you get to sitting down and looking at exactly, from start to finish. I'm still gonna get your course or whatever, just because
Appreciate you.
I'm just gonna be like making sure that I like to pay for confirmation. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
me
I
too.
want to know that I know what I'm doing. Um, because this is a service that I plan on offering to people or whatever at some point, once I got a little experience under my belt. So
And people pay for it now. People definitely pay for it.
I was looking at some of the to get off topic slightly. I guess it is a pretty lucrative skill to have, because the salary for grant writing itself, I'm shocked that your course is only $37, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, I'm being honest with you. I know I could charge more. Obviously, because $37, that's really nothing to be able to
Mm-hmm.
get all these grants. But it was more of a case of, like I said, I mainly sell business loans and business credit. The amount of people that would get denied for a business loan, which is like, I'm gonna say at least 95% of people who contact me don't get approved because they have some collection, blah blah blah. A lot of people have bad credit. Long story short, so I just felt bad for consistently leaving people hanging. You know what I mean? What's going? And people ask me after they get denied, "Hey, do you offer grants?" I know, and I got that question so many times. Do you offer grants? Do you do grant writing? Like daily, So I was like, you know what? Let me make some to where I'm not leaving people hanging. So that's why I educated myself, got down and dirty, and did what I had to do to learn grant writing. So that now when and if I'm gonna say when, because people get denied every day.
Right.
When someone gets denied, I don't leave them hanging. Like, hey, if you want to learn grant writing, man, here's $37, and boom, you good to go. So I'm not even. It's not my front end thing. It's more of a back end. Hey, you weren't able to get a business loan. Here's something that's dang near a gift almost, because $37 is really nothing, if I'm being honest.